Today, let us talk about Prana. Prana is the vital force that creates and sustains life. It is activated in the human system through the process of respiration and consumption of food. The breathing process is a purposeful rhythmic movement that ensures our physical survival. When we inhale, the body expands and occupies a little more space around us and resumes its original position at the time of exhalation. The vibration of this movement permeates in all directions and dimensions incognito. We are expanding and contracting every moment. Each and every one of us exists as a pulsation in the universe. The whole universe may have emerged and submerged in the silence as a pulsation. This emergence and submergence is a great pranic pulsation. We are part of this wonderful rhythm. Spandanopanishad says, whoever understands the secret of pulsation is freed. Let us see this prana and look what it actually is. When we come out of our mother's womb, we took the first breath, initiating the process of living. The fundamental function of breathing is to keep us alive. Breathing goes on continuously until a person dies. Breath on its own is very sensitive and dynamic. We are constantly moving ahead on this ever-active wheel. When we breathe in, oxygen goes into each and every cell of our body through the bloodstream and cellular respiration takes place. During cellular respiration, the microfood particles stored in the cells get oxidized and heat is generated as breathing is an exothermic reaction. This heat, this life-sustaining warmth is prana, the vital force. The wise consider this prana as the connecting link between body and soul. Prana ensures and maintains our existence. As breathing is an involuntary activity, we remain ignorant of the pranic cycle. Whether we are aware of it or not, we are like puppets at the mercy of Prana, the puppeteer. One day, the string will inevitably break, causing the puppet to fall down. The broken string cannot be tied together again. The story ends, and the curtain falls. It is important to know the story, the character, and the main tool, the string, before the play finishes and curtain falls. An awareness of this game will bring more joy that develops into a kind of celebration. It is natural for all beings to experience their own inner joy, which is an effortless task. All we need is to do something which is simply be aware of the prana which operates through the process of breathing. So long as we are alive, we can experience this as prana exists within a human being. Our life, which is sustained by prana, the dynamic life force for experiencing, knowing, satisfying, and liberating ourselves from the bondages of birth and death. The only tool required to achieve this is an awareness of our prana, which forms the essential basis for all other experiences. We are fortunate to have received this opportunity to experience our life and its inherent celebration. Breathing being an involuntary process. Usually it works without our knowledge or will. It happens by itself. When we become aware of this incessant flow, the mind starts to relax. The relaxation that leads to meditation will happen only when the breath settles. When our breath settles, our mind also settles. When the mind settles, we enter into deep relaxation. A tensed mind can never reach the state of clarity needed to comprehend the true self. The simplest way to study prana is to listen to the sound of our breath. The breath carries within itself a subtle vibration which explicitly shows us who we are. The breath constantly chants the mantra So-Hum, which means I am that. It chants at least 24,400 times a day in an adult human being. This sound of breath is known as swara. All the planes of existence lie hidden within the swara. It is considered to be the cause of creation, existence, and dissolution. Shiva Swarodaya says that the entire Vedas, Shastras, and musical knowledge lie hidden within the swara. Music always makes one move to its rhythm. Swaying to the rhythm of music is dancing. Fluid, effortless movement to the rhythm of music will lead us to forgetfulness. Forgetfulness leads to forgiveness, as does the quality of innocence. Innocence leads to the experience of love. When love blossoms, we cannot just tie ourselves to our own body and its pleasures and comforts. Going beyond the limitations of the body is flying and a celebration by itself.